Alright people, let's dive into it. In our blank canvas here, the first thing I want to do is to pretty up our page a little bit and not have to stare at a white blank background. And to do that, I'm going to add a background image to our body right here. And with the body selected, we have our entire styling panel available, and I'm going to drop down to the background palette and select a add background image, and here I'm going to click on upload image, and then I'm going to go locate my image and upload it. The next thing I want to do is set the size of it to cover like that, and then I'm going to remove the tiling and I'm going to set it to fixed, so that way when you scroll, the background stays fixed and it doesn't scroll with the content. So with that in place, the next thing I want to do is add a navbar for my visitors, a responsive navbar that will work both in the tablet and on the phones. So to do that, I'm going to pop open the Add Elements panel, pressing A on my keyboard. And here at the bottom in the widgets, we see our navbar widget. And I can add this simply by dragging and dropping it into my canvas. And that will pop it up on the top, like so. And without doing anything else, we already have my navbar selected. So I can go ahead and add a class to it. And I usually keep it easy by classing the same name as the element. So I'm gonna give this a class of navbar, and then I can do all of the styling for it, and I can take away the background color, and after making it transparent, I'm gonna remove these two buttons here. So I only keep the one home button because we only need one. And next I'm going to select the container, which is containing the button and our brand block here. With the container selected, let's go ahead and add a class to that. And since this is my navbar container, I'm going to call it navbar container. Right. And then let's add a 1 pixel border on the bottom. Make it white and solid, like so. And then I'm gonna give this a class as well, so I can change the color of my text here. And I'm also gonna change the font to Lato. And let's go and blow that up a little bit to 16, and we can drop down the leading to 0. And then I want to add a solid border all around, 1 pixel. And I also want to add a radius so that we smooth out the corners a little bit, just like so. And then I'm going to add a little bit of padding inside of the container. And I'm holding Option on my keyboard while I'm dragging this inner padding right here. And that will, as you see, change the opposite parameter at once. So I don't have to do it repeatedly for both the top and bottom. I can just do it all in one sweep. And then I can go ahead and add some margin to my button, like so. And with that centered, all I want to do now is add in my logo into our brand block right here. So I'm gonna go off screen and fetch my logo. And there's my logo. I've set it to be 45 pixels in width. And I'm also going to add a class to that. We can call it the logo. So now we have our button we have our logo and our navbar, which when we switch to the tablet, you'll see that our button changes to a menu icon, like so. And it is the same for the phones. And in fact, let's change this to white, giving it a class first, and then I'm just going to change it to white, like so. And at the same time, I want to scale down my logo a little bit. We can change the width of it. And then we can also drag in, remove the padding, and also add some margin. Six pixel margin, okay. And that looks good for the phone as well. Okay, so there is your navbar and a beautiful background. By the way, this background I got from Lumberjacks on Dribble. They offer free texture backgrounds like this, so check out the description for the link and you can get your own awesome textured backgrounds like this. Alright, so with that said, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next step in this course.